Hey there, YouTube, it's Justin the Snap-on Junkie. How the fuck are you guys doing today?
Fuck critics, you can kiss my whole asshole. If you don't like my lyrics, you can press fast forward. Got beef rap mags trying to use my black ass so advertisers can give them more cash for ads. Fuckers, I don't know what you take me at.
So today, what we're gonna do is I have a guy that I work with out there, hauling asphalt. He works for the same company I does. He's a really cool dude. And we are going to be working on his truck today. I got a couple things to do. The first thing we got to do is change this air compressor out because it's not working right. He said that it only builds 90 psi. Like if you're running it fast down the highway, it will build up air pressure. But just sitting there idling, it only goes to 90 pounds and it doesn't work. So there's something wrong with the compressor. So we're going to fix that. And I just thought I'd show you kind of how this step is. Now this is on a Caterpillar, so this is pretty easy. The trickiest thing is going to be getting the gear off, and we'll explain that when we get to that point. And then I got to fix some brake shoe issues, like I guess the springs came apart. Somebody that, you know, must have put it on fucked it up. I really don't know what happened. But anyway, I'll walk you guys through this step here. How to change these things. It's really easy. This should be pretty simple. I'll have this knocked out pretty fast. I've done a couple of these before. So really what we're going to do is get the lines off, get everything plugged up, get this off, and then it's just 3 bolts and the thing falls right off. Or that's what we're hoping. The engine's a little warm right now, so I got to let it cool down just a little bit. But anyway, I thought I'd bring you guys along on this little fucking adventure, and you know, just to show you that, hey, I'm getting some customers coming and asking me to fix their trucks, so we're going to go through that. So without further ado, let's get this project done, because I got a lot of other shit to do today. So the first thing we want to do is, fuck, that's hot. Hold on here. So the first thing we want to do is get this, once we get the pressure down, fuck. This is what sucks. This shit is hot as fuck. Get this one over here. God damn it, I hate these compressors. So I had to let the coolant drain out of these two right here, and now what we got to do is see what size this is and take off the exhaust. Oh fuck. So there is the intake off. I'm just going to loosen this one up just so I can move this line out of the way without fucking it up. Alright, now what we got to do is we're going to take this off up here. I'm going to move you guys, and we got all that connected. All we got to do is take got to take off this line, and this is your feed line up here out of the top of the compressor. This is a C model cat, so it's a 3406 C model. This truck is like a 95, I do believe. So the C model is the same thing as a B model. It just has bigger mains and bigger rod bearings is really all it is. It's the version right before the E, which was a full electronic engine. You know, like I don't know which prefix came first, but this stuff is all, you know. Jesus, fuck. thing don't want to come off there. Alright. Okay. So we got that out of the way, Alright, now we get to use these new SP air ratchets that you saw that I got. You know, and then we'll have to top this thing off with coolant because probably about a gallon went on the ground just because these lines, you know, this thing has coolant going through it and that's what cools it. But we're going to have to rob some parts off this thing after we get it off. So, you know, let's work on that section. Let's take off this governor, and you can see that I got this little SP air thing here. Holy shit. Whoa, this thing is way fast. Alright. So we'll put that up there. There. Now let's get the 3/4 off, 3/4 on, and see what it does with these. All right, we just ran into, that's pretty tight location there. But I do like these SP little ratchets. I've never had one before, and this thing works pretty good. Well, I gotta turn it back. There we go. So again, it's just 3 bolts, like I said, that holds this thing on, and then there's one here on the bottom. And there's going to be a little bit of oil in this thing down here on the bottom for just because we're into the gearing here. Everything off. All we have to do is lift this compressor out of here and it should be good. Now this thing is going to be hotter than a motherfucker because I should have let the truck cool down first. I should have worked on some other stuff first, but this was the biggest project I had to do, so you know, I started with this. So there's a gasket right here that you have to take off, and then how it is this gear is in there, and there's no timing or anything. There's no timing marks. It's not like we're messing with the fuel pump where we'd have to turn the motor over and get it all timed up right and stuff like that. This does not work like that. It just slaps on and off. But so we got all the bolts off. I'm just double checking to make sure everything's apart, and then we'll go ahead and pull this thing off, and we'll go in there on the bench. Alrighty, as you can see, we got that thing off. It wasn't that bad. Now we got to go take this gear off. So we'll have to figure out how to do that. Alrighty, I got this compressor in here on the bench, and what we got to do is get this gear off. This is going to be, this could fight us here, but we're going to see what we got. So it's got 4 bolts, and I'm going to tell you, this air ratchet is the shit. Usually they have one big bolt in the center, and that's it. So now what we got to do is like a lot of this stuff, like you can see, well, I'll show it to you when we get to that point. The first thing I want to try to get off is this gear. Let's see here. Alright, so we got another, there's another bolt down in here. Jesus. That's 1.125". I don't think it would be. All right. So now that we got that on there, we can try to figure out if we can get this off or not. Let's see here. Alrighty guys, I forgot I had this thing, so we're going to try this little press. So I'm just going to get it running there. No. Gotta get it going the right way. Okay, so we got that good and tight. Now let's get came right off. Should have tried that. What it is it's just this little bit of a press fit with the keyway. So now that we got that gear off, alrighty, got all that shit. That's the major step. So I'll put all this stuff away, and then we'll start taking the rest of this compressor apart here and get it all switched over. And the first thing I'm going to do is take off this exhaust. Alrighty. Now I got to peel. Oh, that came off in one piece. We got lucky. So then what we'll do is, this is the new compressor right here. So what we'll do is, I like to do this so you can kind of orientate how this stuff goes. Okay. Now that we got that, what we'll do is we'll work on the top one. Make a tape. I'm just going to put just a little bit of this on there. When you get these reman stuff, just to like let you guys know, so this part has a core on it, okay, and a lot of big truck stuff has cores on it, and this compressor rebuilt was only about $700, but the core on the motherfucker is $1,200. So that means if you didn't have a core to return, this, you know, is $1,200. I mean, they charge you outrageous prices. They charge you outrageous prices for cores. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Fuck. Didn't want to do that. No, this one's tight. Alright, well, I'll come back when I got all the plugs and everything in it, and then I'll show you how it goes back on. As you can see, I got everything on there. Look at that thing. Reactionless. These fucking ratchets, man. Tight. So that torques to about 50 foot-pounds. Now what we're going to do is put this gear on there. Well, maybe. Alright. So how this gear goes on is you just get it lined up in the keyway. Nut. Okay, got that on. Now all we got to do is line up our bolt holes here. Alrighty. As you can see, our compressor is now ready to go back on the truck. I forgot to take out one thing because we need that. Fuck. Ooh, we're going to save this plug because you never know when you might need something like that. So this is for the governor, and they just put a plug in there. So now we got all that lined back up. Now we're ready to go put this back on the truck. Alrighty, I want to show you something. So this is the gasket that goes on this surface right here. Okay, and with Caterpillar gaskets, usually they kind of only go on one way. So the numbers up here, I don't know if you can fucking see that, the numbers, that faces towards the compressor, okay? And it's lined up pretty good, all right? Because it has these oil return holes down here, all righty? Now what I'm gonna do is down here where this bolt, or the stud comes through, I'm gonna go put just a little dab of some silicone on there, like RTV, just to make sure that we have no oil leak, because the guy that owns the truck said that it was kind of leaking a little bit. And the guy that this motor is freshly rebuilt. He just spent like fucking, you know, 10 grand on getting this thing rebuilt. So, and then they didn't even put a new compressor on it for him. So they kind of fucked him on that deal. Whenever I rebuild a motor, I tell everybody that everything, if you're going to do a complete in-frame, do a complete fucking in-frame. Everything new, pumps, fucking everything, don't cheap out, because the minute that you cheap out, it will bite you in the motherfucking ass. Every time, I've seen it a bunch of times. So let's go get the silicone. We'll put that on there. Then we'll get up in here and bolt this compressor back on and get it all hooked back up. And then what we'll do is we'll start the truck up and see if we got it fixed, check to make sure we have no leaks, all that wazoo shit. Siliconed up. Now I'm going to get ready to put my gasket on there. And what that silicone will do is help hold the gasket on there a little bit. Now, let's fight this fucking compressor in there. Okay, now we got that, and let's get our bolts. So the long one goes in the back. Short one goes in front. Shit. I love these ratchets, guys. If you have not seen these SP ratchets, these might be the best ratchets I've ever used. And that, I'm not saying that just to say it. These things are fucking unbelievable. Okay, so what I like to do is we're just going to get long wrenches, you know, and we're going to get that pretty tight there. Okay, we got that one. Then while we're here, we're gonna go ahead and hook this line up here because it's easier to get to. Fuck. It's easier to get to with that, with the, whatever you call that thing, the governor off of it. Alrighty, now we got to get the governor gasket, a bolt. I got to put the gasket where it fucking goes. Get it together, Junkie. Fuck. Looking like an idiot here. So this just takes, you know, technique as always. I don't like to get those too tight because they will get all fucked up. Okay, now what we need is turn this just a little bit. Let me see if I can get you guys in a different spot here. So what we'll do is we'll hook up the oil line. So this is just an oil feed. The return goes through the front of the compressor and goes back down into the front gear case, and that's how it returns on these compressors. All right, now we need 1 1/16, and this goes up here for, like I said, this is the exhaust, so when it's building pressure, this is where it comes out of. And that's 1 1/16 always. Usually, most of the time, that's what I found it to be. It's a little bitch to get started here. The guy that rebuilt this motor did a great job of getting all the wires and all the shit out of the fucking way. He almost made it too hard to kind of put this shit together here. All right, we got her started now. So what I'm gonna have to do is start this up, let it run, and then put coolant back in it for that. Or I'll just tell the guy, hey, bring some red coolant, because I'm sure he's got some at his shop. So that's tight. Now we got one more. It's this is the part of the other radiator coolant line. Okay, now we got one more line to hook up here, and that's the exhaust line. Or this is the intake. I'm fucking sorry. I'm fucked up. Sorry, this is the intake here. So it comes out of just the intake plenum. And why air compressors work better at full song, you know, it's not that all this stuff, but you got to think, if you have 40 pounds of boost going in there, this compressor only has to build so much. It's not actually that much. So, you know, now let's start it up. Let's start it up, make sure we have no leaks, but you know, that thing is all put back together. We're just going to start it up, double check it, check the coolant, and then we'll move on to fixing these back brakes, which I probably won't do a video on that because I haven't got it off to see what they look like, but it looks fucked. This compressor hooked up, and it's still not acting right. I got to do, you know, it's building air, but it's just not very fast. So, you know, we got a new thing on there. I'm gonna have to do some investigating on this. But anyway, guys, that's how you change a compressor on a Caterpillar or a big truck engine. I'm sure they're all the same. The Caterpillar ones like this, the Cummins one's a little bit different, how they work and stuff like that. If we ever have to change one of those, I'll show you. But what I would like to say is, hey, thanks for watching the video today. Hope you enjoyed it. Go check out all my social medias, Instagram, my Facebook group. Go check out my Patreon page, guys. You know, get all the behind the scenes stuff. I mean, you would have seen what day I was working on this. I posted a bunch of pictures and all that stuff. So go check out that Patreon page. Plus you get some good rewards. And what else do we got? Go check out the Snap-on Collectors on Facebook too. That's another group that me and Joel will use. But anyway, guys, this is how you do a Caterpillar thing, compressor. And like always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Fuck critics, you can kiss my whole asshole. If you don't like my lyrics, you can press fast forward. Got beef rap mags trying to use my black ass so advertisers could give them more cash for ads. Fuckers, I don't know what you take me as.